We didn't start the fire. Well, actually we did, because we're going to add a custom fuel to our Minecraft mod. If you want to go deeper, the 26.x modding courses are linked down below. 30 plus hours covering complex block entities with fluid and energy handling, custom mobs, custom networking, and even custom biomes and dimensions. Everything you need for 26.x, all in one place, linked down below in the description. Right, we found ourselves back into IntelliJ once more, and in this tutorial we're going to be adding a custom fuel item to our Minecraft mod, and you will find that fuel items are way easier than you might expect, because what NeoForge does is NeoForge creates something called data maps, and they are actually really freaking cool. So to add our custom fuel, we're actually going to go do some data gen. What? Yes. But before we even start that, let's first of all add our custom fuel over here. This is going to be a end_fire_starter, because that's the best thing that I could come up with over here, and that's the end fire starter here. Now we're just going to make it a normal freaking fire starter, or a normal item. Let's just say that maybe it only stacks to like 32 or something like that, right? Make it a little bit more interesting here, but that's it. Now there are kind of two-ish ways that you could feasibly do this. You could also, inside of a custom item class, I'm just going to show this for an example here in the metal detector, you could you can override the method, which is the burn time, get burn time over here, which in theory, you could just return the amount of, ticks right here that this particular thing burns for. In theory, you could do this, but it's not necessarily the best way to do it. You can also, by the way, look at the fuel values class over here for all of the different values from vanilla. Highly recommended. The base unit here is 200, so you basically just have to go in and, base unit, so 200 times 100 here would in this case be 20,000. So just be aware that you just have to calculate out that stuff over here, and then you know how many ticks the individual burn times are. But yeah, this is the old method. It works, but it's not the best, because right now we have a way better method. Let's first of all add the end starter over here to, like any other item, right? So we're just going to add it right here. We're going to add it right here. Of course, adding a translation as well as the texture. There we go. And that's going to be the item here as well. And now having added all of this, now the question is, how do we now define how much this burns? Well, like I said, we're going to need a data map for it. So in our data gen package, we're going to make a new class called the mod data map provider over here. This will extend from the data map provider. This is from NeoForge this time. We're going to hover over this to implement the gather method. Hover over this again, create constructor matching super. We don't need the Java docs over here. We're just going to do a public. So we're going to make this public over here. And then in the gather method, we will call the builder method, adding then NeoForge data maps dot, and you can see there's a couple of them: strippables, the compostables, oxidizables, a couple of other ones over here as well. What we want to do is the furnace fuels right here. And this is going to be very, very straightforward. We're just going to add the item. So this is mod items.endfirestarter.getID, and then make a new furnace fuel where we give the burn time. So let's say, for example, 4800 over here. And then the final one here is a false, because we don't want to replace anything. We just want to add a custom furnace fuel right here. And that's pretty much it. That's like all we need to do. If you have more fuels, right, you just call the add method again with, other items. And that's pretty much the whole idea. With that being said, the mod data map provider over here will of course then be called inside of the tutorial mod data gen, where once again, we're just going to add a provider with a true right here. And we're going to make a new mod data map provider, passing in the pack output, passing in the lookup provider, and just like that, bada bling, bada boom, that is it. I would say, generally speaking, that is pretty freaking neat. And if we now run the data gen, of course, not only will the model and model files be generated, but also under data, NeoForge data maps, we now have an item furnace fuels, and you can see that the end fire starter has a burn time of 4800, and that's exactly what is going to be used there for the burn time. So I would say, let's run the game and see if it burns. Alright, fans, back in Minecraft, and let's just take a look over here. We can see the end fire starter has been added, and bada bing, bada boom, that works exactly like we'd expect it to. And with 4800, I actually have to check this. This is 240 seconds of burn time. So we're talking 4 minutes over here. That's a pretty good burn time in this case. But there we go, right? That's the custom fuel over here. Very easily added to Minecraft. Freaking awesome. As always, all of the code is available to you down below, but that's gonna be it for this tutorial right here. Next time we'll talk about custom tooltips. Hope to see you there. So, yeah.